Welcome cricket fans to another thrilling match recap. Today, we're diving deep into the first unofficial one-day international between India A and South Africa A. A clash that had everything from a catastrophic collapse to a heroic comeback and a stunning chase. This match, held at the Niranjan Shah Stadium in Rayuk, was a roller coaster of emotions and a showcase of some incredible young talent. So, grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's break down all the action from this nail-biting encounter. South Africa A won the toss and, without a second thought, opted to bat first. On a seemingly good rock-het pitch, the decision made perfect sense. They wanted to put a big score on the board and put the pressure on the young Indian side. The openers walked out, looking confident, but what followed was absolute carnage. The Indian A pacers, led by the fiery Arshdeep Singh and the relentless Harshit Rana, came out with a clear plan and executed it to perfection. The South African top order simply had no answers. Wickets started tumbling like dominoes. It was a procession. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Before they could even blink, the visitors were in a world of trouble. At one staggering point, the scoreboard read 53-45, 53-45. It looked like South Africa A would be bundled out for a sub-150 score. The Indian bowlers were on fire, hitting the right lines and lengths, and the fielding was sharp. It was a complete capitulation, and the home side was firmly in the driver's seat. For any team, collapsing to 53-45 is a nightmare scenario. And it seemed like the match was all but over in the first hour itself. But cricket, as we all know, is a game of glorious uncertainties. Just when everyone thought it was a one-sided affair, 2 men stood tall amidst the ruins, Delano Potgieter and Dion Forrester. They came together at the crease with an almost impossible task ahead of them, to rebuild the innings from scratch. And rebuild they did. They started cautiously, seeing off the initial threat from the Indian pacers, rotating the strike, and slowly but surely they began to shift the momentum. What started as a rescue mission soon blossomed into a magnificent partnership. Potgieter, in particular, was exceptional. He played a counter-attacking knock that put the pressure right back on the Indian bowlers. Forrester provided the perfect foil, playing a more measured and composed innings. Together, they forged a crucial 113-run partnership for the 6th wicket. This stand didn't just add runs. It breathed life back into the South African innings and sowed seeds of doubt in the minds of the Indian A team. It was a masterclass in handling pressure and turning the game on its head. Just as the partnership was looking unbreakable, India finally managed to get the breakthrough, dismissing Forrester for a well-made 77. But the recovery job wasn't over for the Proteas. Came Bjorn Fortuin to join the well-set Potgieter. And if India A thought they could now wrap up the tale quickly, they were in for another surprise. Potgieter continued his onslaught, and Fortuin, not to be left behind, joined the party. They added another vital 87 runs, taking the team past the 250-run mark. Potgieter was simply sensational, falling just 10 runs short of a well-deserved century. Dismissed for a brilliant 90, His innings was the cornerstone of the South African fightback. Fortune played a crucial cameo, scoring a quick-fire 59, thanks to these three incredible half-centuries from Potgieter, Forrester, and Fortune. South Africa managed to post a highly competitive total of 285-49 in their 50 overs. From 53-45 to 285-49, it was a comeback of epic proportions. For India, Arshdeep Singh and Harshit Rana were the pick of the bowlers, both finishing with 2 wickets apiece. But they would have been slightly disappointed to let the opposition off the hook. So, the stage was set for a thrilling chase. The target was 286. It was a challenging score, but on a good batting track, it was definitely achievable. All eyes were on the Indian A opening pair, particularly the highly rated Rollercoaster Gaikwad, and boy, did he deliver. From the very beginning, Gaikwad looked in sublime touch. He was elegant, poised, and utterly dominant. His driving through the covers was a sight to behold, and he punished any loose deliveries with disdain. Gaikwad anchored the chase beautifully. While wickets fell at the other end at regular intervals, he remained unfazed. He built partnerships, kept the scoreboard ticking, and never let the required run rate climb out of control. He was the calm at the center of the storm, guiding his team towards the target with maturity and class. His batting was a textbook example of how to pace a run chase. He knew when to attack and when to defend, picking his moments perfectly. As he approached his century, the tension grew, but Gaikwad showed no nerves. He brought up his 100 with style, raising his bat to a well-deserved round of applause. It was a captain's knock, an innings of pure quality that showcased why he is considered one of the brightest prospects in Indian cricket. He eventually fell for a magnificent 117 off just 129 balls, an innings decorated with 12 beautiful boundaries. When he was dismissed, he had put India A in a commanding position, with the finish line well within sight. After Gaikwad's departure, there were a few nervous moments, as is often the case in tight run chases. South Africa A tried to fight their way back into the game, but the Indian middle and lower order held their nerve. They chipped away at the remaining runs, refusing to panic under pressure. The equation came down to the final over, adding another layer of drama to this captivating contest. But the Indian batters were up to the task. They successfully chased down the target of 286 with 4 wickets in hand and just 3 balls to spare. What a game of cricket! It had everything. A top-order collapse, a remarkable recovery, a sublime century, and a tense finish. India A takes a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. But South Africa A can take a lot of heart from their spirited fight back. Delano Potgieter's heroics with the bat were outstanding. But ultimately, it was Rollercoaster Gaikwad's masterclass that proved to be the difference between the two sides. His century was the defining performance of the match, guiding his team to a memorable victory. This match truly highlights the incredible depth of talent in both the Indian and South African domestic circuits. These unofficial series are so crucial for nurturing the next generation of international stars. And based on this performance, the future of cricket in both nations looks incredibly bright. It was a fantastic start to the series, setting the stage for what promises to be two more exciting encounters. We can't wait to see what the next match has in store. Will South Africa bounce back and level the series? Or will India seal the deal? Only time will tell. That's all for this match recap. What did you think of Gaikwad's century? Were you impressed by South Africa's comeback? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more cricket highlights and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.